Hi, it's Charlotte. So for today's video, I basically wanted to show you a couple of my favourite products. I've been trying to hold off recently doing any sort of makeup tutorials or anything like that, just because the lighting in my current uni room just isn't the best, and then when I look at the footage I'm just not satisfied with it. So I'm trying to hold off until I move into my third uni house, and hopefully I can sort out all the lighting and background in that room, and then I can do more makeup videos, which is sort of what I really want to do. I have mainly been doing like the fashion end at the moment. I'm like on some sort of fashion outfit level at the moment, I don't know why. Like I said, I'm going to basically today show you sort of like a top 10 favourite products. You know, I've seen quite a lot of these videos and I think they're really great and can sort of inspire you what to go out and buy. I love watching people's videos of what their favourite products are, so I thought I'd do that as well for some like products that I know that I have a lot of. So I hope this video maybe inspires you too, and that you enjoy the products that I also like. But whether you do or whether you don't, you know, different products work for different people, so yeah. But yeah, if you'd like to watch that, then please carry on watching. Okay, so I'm realising I didn't actually say before. Today I'm basically going to do my top 10 highlighters, and this is not the top 10 highlighters, this is my top 10 highlighters, because obviously I have not tried every highlighter in the entire world. There are many highlighters on my wish list that I have not tried that I want. This is sort of my favourites, I guess. Yeah, so I've put them all in this Jeffree Star makeup bag so that I can fish them out for you. What I'm probably going to do in this video actually is talk through each product obviously, but I will have sort of close-ups, and I might do some swatches at the end as well. I feel like I should start off with like my first highlighters that I got, if I can remember. What did I get first? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the first highlight I ever bought. Sorry to be basic. Can't remember a highlighter I had before this. It is the Mary Lou Luminizer. Yeah, the one that everyone had. I was actually watching one of Kathleen Light's videos the other day, and she was saying, oh, you know, Mary Lou, the highlighter that everyone used to love, and I'm like, don't we still love? I personally still use this a lot. It's pretty much my go-to highlight. I mean, I probably should buy new highlights. But yeah, it looks like this, and it's just this beautiful champagne gold. I love this just because I think it's the perfect highlight shade. You know, it's not too gold, it's not too white. It's just perfectly in the middle. I would say, like, it doesn't actually look like I've used it that much, but I have. This is honestly still today one of my favourite highlights, and that's how I know it was a good purchase. What did I get next? I have a feeling that I got this. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the shade Sun Dipped. And I remember ordering this from the US. I think I was most interested in this one above all the other glow kits because it had sort of more goldy shades. So it looks like this, and you get 4 shades in it. Bronzed, Summer, Tourmaline and Moonstone. So I pretty much only use Summer and Moonstone. Makes you think, like, why did you buy it? Like, you only use half the shades, but for those 2 shades, honestly, Summer's definitely like got a big dip in it. Summer's like the palest shade, and then I remember I used to sort of dip into Moonstone and mix them. I say used to. Sort of forget to use this nowadays. I don't remember the last time I used this. Quite bad, isn't it? I love it though. Just 2 of the shades were unusable. No, it is beautiful. I've just since then found other highlights that are just the same but a bit more compact. Next up is another Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is the Nicole Guerro. Oh god, I feel bad. Glow Kit. Yeah, the Nicole Guerro Glow Kit. And it's this sort of, the packaging's like baby pink and sparkly, and the inside, oh my god, it's so glittery, is like this. This was one of those things where it was announced and I was sort of like, that's mine, I'm getting that. I set an alarm and I bought it the day it came out. It was one of those things. What shades were my favourites? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked all of them. I definitely used to love, so there's Kitty Cat, Forever Young, Daydream, Forever Lit, Glow Getter and 143. I definitely used to love sort of the top row, like the pinkies. And it's the same as the other Anastasia one. I haven't used it in a while, but when I'm feeling a glittery highlight, I go to this because I don't really have any other glittery highlights like this. No, but these are also super, super blinding. Beautiful. Next up, I'm pretty sure, is the Pixi with Aspyn Ovard in the shade Santorini Sunset. And it's not called a highlight, it's called glowy powder, but I mean it's a highlight, and it looks like this. There we go. It's very similar to the Mary Lou actually. I would say it's just the Mary Lou but a bit more gold, like on the gold side. I love this especially in the summer because it just sort of gives you a bit more of like a bronzy glow. I don't know how to describe it. When this came out, she came out with another one, which I think was a bit paler. I love Aspyn. She's one of my favourite YouTubers to watch. I just find her like her vlogs so relaxing and chill to watch. They're the kind of things I'll just put on and do things whilst I watch it. She's always been one of my favourite YouTubers from day one. And yeah, I've watched her for years, so I think I've said this in another video, but when like one of my favourite YouTubers does a collab, I'm automatically like, I want to get it, especially if it's something that I know I'll love. This is quite similar to the Mary Lou really in terms of how much I use it, but I just use it more in the summer. Next, I've got this Colourpop highlight in Lunch Money, and I remember getting this when I went through sort of my Colourpop phase, which was like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. I used to do sort of 2-3 Colourpop orders a year, and being in the UK, you know, we have to ship it over, pay lots of customs, but I've always found that it's worth it. I love Colourpop and I need to do another order soon. I'm very tempted. And I've always looked to Kathleen Knights for inspiration for Colourpop, so when she recommends things, I tend to get them. Lunch Money is a Super Shock cheek highlight. Yeah, so it looks like this, and it's one of their, I mean, if you haven't got one of these highlights from Colourpop before, they're like squishy. I don't know how would you explain it if no one's tried one before? It feels like cream, but then when you put it on, it's not cream. Yes. And the Colourpop cheek highlights are just so pigmented. I've got another one in here to show you, but at least all the ones I've tried, I just think they're so pretty. Buildable as well, like you could just put a little bit on for a natural look and then you can build it and it can get so intense. And I've always loved these just because they're so like small and just easy to travel with, and I really want to get more, to be fair. And I also really want to try the pressed powder highlights from Colourpop because, you know, they've come out with so much since I used to order from them that we're a bit behind on the times. Next is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt with the shades Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. So it looks like this. And the shades are in here. And sort of on the left you have more of like it's more of a subtle highlight, and then on the right is the more like blingy highlight, which is the one I sort of really like. And I got this when I went to London and I went into Harvey Nichols, and I got this when it, you know, when it was all the rave and Fenty had just launched. I'd also bought the foundation when I bought this, but I've since gotten rid of that as it was a bit too matte and drying for me. But the highlight I love. Haven't used as much as the rest of my highlights. I think it's a bit more pinky than my other highlights. That might be why, and I do tend to go towards more goldy champagne shades. I think that's the only reason really, because it is a pretty highlight as well. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got this one next. Look at me doing this all in order. I don't know how I'm remembering this. The Revolution Soph X highlighter palette. So it looks like this. Ta-da! Again, I watch Soph on YouTube. I've got her eyeshadow palette and her highlight. You know, it's just supporting the people you watch on YouTube really, isn't it? As soon as she released this highlight palette, I was like, oh my god, this is so pretty. Admittedly, I really only stick to the top 4 shades. The bottom ones are a bit more colourful and dark, but the top 4 ones, honestly, they're enough. They're fine, they're great. I don't know what's wrong with me. As well, it's not one of my most used. I think it's just because it's a palette. If I tend to like go to someone's house or go on a night out or travel, I will pick up one of my more compact ones. Palettes don't tend to make it out the house. It is lovely, and I really need to use this more, I think. So when I went to LA this year, I got another Colourpop highlight. I wanted more than this. I went into Ulta. I got told that they do Colourpop in there, but I don't know, the one I went to at least, there wasn't very much, so I was a bit disappointed, but they did have Flexitarian, which was like top of my list, so that was alright, I guess. And it looks like this. I think it's quite similar to Lunch Money. I got this because Kathleen, of course. I think it's a bit more shimmery, a bit more intense, a bit more glittery. So basically right up my street, and I can't wait to use it. Right, so next I've got the Ofra Glow Up All Glowed Up palette, which, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favourites in the whole bunch. And so it looks like this. Ta-da! I remember when buying this, I'd wanted an Ofra highlight for so long, but I couldn't decide what I wanted. So the shades in here are Beverly Hills, Star Island, Blissful and Rodeo Drive. Basically, I couldn't decide between Star Island, Blissful and Rodeo Drive. And then I saw this palette and I was like, yes please, I will have all 3 of those in one palette. Yes, granted they are the tiny ones. The Beverly Hills I think is the big one. But yeah, I think this was such a good price for what it is. I think it was like 35 or something. Star Island and Rodeo Drive I think are my most used. I love this palette. Our Ofra highlights I've become addicted to. They are so intense and beautiful, and I think the little palettes like this with the mini Ofras in are so cute. And last but not least, I almost forgot this one, is the Abh Amrezy highlight, which I would happily, if I could only keep one highlight, it would be this one. So it's this little tiny guy. Looks like this. Oh my god, how pretty. Even just in the pan, ugh. Was it the Nicole Guerro palette that I was like set an alarm, bought it immediately? Yeah, I was like that for this. As soon as this was announced, I was like, something about that just looks insane and beautiful. A couple of YouTubers came out with videos reviewing it and I was like, oh my god, I need it. I'd say probably this and my Mary Lou are like my go-to highlights. This is just so beautiful. So beautiful. Also, really sorry about the lighting. The sun is coming like in and out and in and out. This is what I mean about bad lighting. You'll just have to forgive me. Oh, here it comes again. If I could suggest any of them to you, oh, depends. If you like your gold highlights, get this. If you are more to your lighter highlights, you know, your more light champagne colours, I would either say the Mary Lou or the Soph Revolution palette, as you get more of a variation in there as well. But yeah, apart from that, I hope you enjoyed my top 10 highlighters. Hopefully you like some of these too. I mean, let me know if you did. Let me know if you love some of these, if you hate some of these. I know that different products work for different people, so I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let me know what you thought of my top 10, and let me know what your top 10 is if you'd like to. But yeah, apart from that, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see any more makeup videos like this from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!